Hello everyone, it's your dude. Coming back to you with a new episode. It is Wednesday, February 19th, a bright and sunny and cold day here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. So I thought I'd give you a couple updates. Lots of things are happening, lots of projects going out and about, and I wanted to make sure I did one of these little shorter videos for you all. And so one of the first things is it is my niece's first birthday coming up soon, and so I've been working on a flax sweater for her. So here it is. Oh, I love the sweater. I'm not crazy about the word one. That's what her mom asked for, and it looks like I tried to write in cursive with my left hand, so I feel a little bad. Um, but I don't know that it's going to get any better than this. And so, it's handmade with love. The sweater itself is wonderful. And so I still have to add a little bit of embellishment, some little, makes it look like a little confetti all around, with some yarn that I'm going to put in. That's probably purple. But yeah, it's her first birthday coming up. So this is what she is maybe going to wear during the actual birthday party. Yeah, we'll see. It's a little bit big because she wanted it to be oversized. So, it's kind of hard guessing with kid sizes. So, yep, that's the sweater. It's almost done, which is good because it's her birthday party this weekend. So, I will see her then. So that's come in. I do have, I don't know if you remember my cross stitch adventures. My friend Melissa made me this bag. I love it. It's where I keep my round robin. So I have started on my next round robin. They came in. There's not much to see. I'm only doing this when I get done with my Sock Madness rounds. But here is, I basically have done the next square. I started it and barely started on the corner there. So it's going to be beautiful. You can kind of see what it's going to look like you can kind of get a picture of some of the other squares. So this will be a different design, different motif. But yeah, so that's something I'm working on in between Sock Madness rounds, which has officially started. They did give us a sampler sock. The Gansey Adventure was available for free before Sock Madness started. And so I did start that sock. It's supposed to be done all in one color, but I saw, no, not just me, my friend Carol really found it, that some people, instead of doing just one color with pearls to add texture and a design, they did color work. So that's what I'm doing. I'm doing this color work. And this is yarn from my friend Bernie. This is, I believe, Metropolis in the gray. And then this is some of the yarn I got from Hobie Yarns. That's multicolored and wonderful. So that's what I started to use. And I started this little pattern here. So yeah, I don't know when I'm going to continue this since I have the other socks to work on and my round robin now to kind of work on as well. So this will probably take a little bit longer, which is okay. I love doing the color work with it. I can't wait to see what it looks like when it's done. But yeah, very cool pattern, the Gansey Adventure. You kind of get to, it's like a pick your own adventure book. If you ever read those growing up when you were a kid, you can kind of pick your leg, pick your cuff, there's a whole bunch of different patterns you can pick with it. So it's kind of pretty cool. I like it. Yeah, there's going to be, excuse me, a whole bunch of different socks out there. So that's happening. Another sock, all the socks. I started working on a DK socks. I needed something that wasn't color work and that I could just work on when I'm in waiting rooms and just at night when I don't want to think. And so I broke out some of my new yarn that I showed in the last episode, and I'm just starting some DK socks. I love this. I love how they fit. Can't wait to see where it goes. So yeah, just DK socks in this lovely blue color. Perfect for when I don't want to think at night and I can no longer look at a pattern and have to knit a pattern. So yeah, those are those two items. The last thing I have is my Sock Madness qualifying round. So we haven't started the actual competition yet. this is the qualifying rounds. The qualifying round lasts for 2 weeks, and then the actual competition will start. And so we did get our pattern. The pattern is not for sale until Sock Madness is over, so feel free to put it in your favorites in Ravelry if you want. The pattern is the Conjoined Twinned Socks by, oh, let me look here. I think it's Kathleen Richardson, but I want to get you the exact right name so I don't have to put it in show notes later. By Catherine Richmond. So the Conjoined Twin Socks, and I have started it. Here's my progress. So just some stitch markers so I could keep track, and I'm on some cables right now. I've already done the heel flap and gusset. I've done the toe. I've done the foot, and I'm on the leg. The fun part about these socks, the reason they're called Conjoined Twins, is you knit one big long sock scarf. So you knit it toe up and cuff down. So I'm going to keep knitting this. I'm not going to break the yarn. And then eventually I'll get to the midway point and I'll put in some contrasting color and then I'll keep knitting. So it's one big tube. And then at the very end, I have to take pictures before this, but at the very end, I'll steek in between the two to create 2 socks. So very cool concept. Not a hard pattern at all. I mean, I've done cables before. It's an interesting concept to me. I'm not a super big fan of how it was written, and it just could be I have a different style, different interpretation. So take my impression for what it's worth. But there's several parts where I read the instructions and I just got very frustrated with how it was written out. Because it's not super clear during some of the parts. I thought during some of these sections, I'm really glad I've had experience knitting socks, because if I hadn't had that experience, I don't know. It would have been, I think, more difficult for me to figure out what she was intending to do with the pattern. So, but yeah, overall, not a hard thing so far. I finished 1 full repeat for the cabled section here. I have to do 2 full repeats before I get to the cuff. And then I'll have one of the socks done, and I'll keep knitting the second one. So very helpful if you have second sock syndrome, because you just literally make them both all at once. So, and then you steek, which I've never steeked before. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I'm very excited. If you're excited, feel free to join in the Are You Down with the Sockness KAL that's live and going on right now. It's in my Ravelry. But yeah, just wanted to give you all a quick update. Hope you all are having a great week. Bye-bye. Hello, everyone. It is Tuesday, February 25th. I'm at my lunch break during work, which just means I'm at home and just getting done with lunch. I thought I'd record a quick video and tell you where I'm at. As you probably figured out, a lot of the next coming videos are always going to be about socks. And so I did finish my sweater for my niece for her first birthday. I'll put a picture in here so you can see what that looks like. It turned out really well. She looked super cute in it. Yeah, so had a great birthday party with her this past weekend. But anyways, all I've been doing is my Sock Madness sock. So that's it. That's all I've been doing. I've made some steady progress. I'm pretty sure I already made a video showing the start of it, but if I haven't, I'll put up a couple pictures. I know I posted on Instagram with some of the progress when I was first starting. But yeah, that's all I've worked on. No cross stitch, no nothing else, just the socks. So I will show you where I am at. I have just gotten to, I just finished my gusset on the second sock. So here is where I'm at. So there it is. There's the lovely cables. Right here is the midsection, and this is where I started the first sock. All the way up to my toe. So this is where I'm at. You can see my 2 heels, my giant sock. It's great. Yeah, it's funny. I think it's an interesting sock construction. I've never done this before. I've never had to steek in between to separate out 2 socks, so it'll be an adventure. I love how the cables look. They're just simple cables. You can really see it when it stretches, but I have 50 rows to go because that's how many rows I did after my gusset ended on the toe up, and now I'm doing the sock down and then the toe, and that's it. And so I'm going to try putting these on blockers in front of you all for the first time. I have not done that yet, and so this will be real interesting because I think I might need to use 2 blockers to put these on, and so we'll see how this goes. So I'm just gonna keep on keeping on. There, I've got one on the blocker. So there's one of them. Oh, why does it look? I have so much more fabric here with this heel. There's one of them on the blocker. Look at those cables now that's on the blocker. So cool. Yes, one of them is on, and now I have a second blocker that we're going to try and put on as well. So, oh, that turned out pretty well, actually. This is them combined so far. My combined socks on 2 sock blockers. There's the separation you can see in the middle, and there's where I'm at for the second piece. So yeah, this is the Conjoined Twin Socks by Catherine Richmond, something like that. The Conjoined Twin Socks on Ravelry. The pattern is not out. The pattern will come out after Sock Madness is done. Yeah, this was fun. I haven't put them on sock blockers, so it was interesting to see how that would work. I do have to still put in my counting thread. I'll need to run a counting thread, you know, somewhere around the side here every 5 stitches, I think. I know I have more than enough because the minimum requirements was 35 rows after your toe before your gusset, and I put in 50. So I probably should have put in 45. It's a little bit bigger than I wanted it to be, but you live and you learn, and you can always try shrinking them a little bit. If any of you are interested in this pattern, I have a lot of thoughts and feelings. The designer, I don't know the designer. On Ravelry, they have no other patterns listed. So I believe, as far as I can see on Ravelry, this is the only pattern they have listed. So I don't know if it's the first time they've written the sock pattern or not. I will say there are several sections of the pattern where I got extraordinarily frustrated, not with the technique, not with how to knit, but with how the instructions were written. Some sections were overly explained to the point where it was hard to understand, and some of them had no explanation, and it's just the assumption was you knew a certain technique or what you were supposed to do, and I did not. And I've knit socks before. I participated in Sock Madness last year, so it's not like I'm new to sock knitting. So I don't know if they're just maybe from a different area where certain things are more common, certain types of patterns are more common. I will say this is not my style. I would never, ever pick this designer to knit another one of their patterns just because it doesn't fit with what I need from a pattern. And I'm trying not to be mean, but I was very frustrated. Just very frustrated. So hopefully they get a lot of really great feedback, and hopefully they can use that to maybe improve some things before they release the pattern to everyone else. I will say there's something like 1,400 Ravelry projects right now out there. I haven't even created a Ravelry project page yet. I need to. That's one of the requirements, so I will. Yeah, but if I could give any recommendation, if you really want to do this specific pattern, you absolutely can. Just know that you might want to read through some of the comments from Sock Madness. That's helpful, because some of the sections I would never have gotten what I was supposed to do unless I didn't read the comment section and the frequently asked questions thread. Like, for example, going from toe up with the cables, you switch the design when you're doing top down, so you get this mirror image of them, but the pattern doesn't say you're supposed to. The pattern says you can either flip the chart around or work it from top down. But if you work it from top down, the pattern doesn't tell you, and I only found it in the comments by mistake, so I'm glad I did. You're supposed to then work it left to right, whereas in a normal chart, you always work it right to left. And so that was nowhere. And it was just happenstance that I caught those corrections, and so that was a little unfortunate. I could have spent all this time doing the sock and then messed it up because of the instructions. And so I don't mind a complicated sock. I don't mind learning new techniques. I get frustrated when it's the instructions that I'm spending more time working on than the actual sock. So I went on for that a little while. Again, I don't know this designer. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just trying to share my personal experience. Yeah, and I'm sure they're a lovely person, and I hope they take this experience and take this feedback and they, do with it what they will. So my goal is pretty much potato chip knitting at this point, because the bottom of the foot is all stockinette and the top part is a very simple 2x2 rib. So 50 rows, and then I'll get to the toe and we'll hit the deadline, which is by Sunday. So I'm hoping to have this done, if not today, then tomorrow. Have the sock completely done. Then I can get back to some cross stitch. I've got a couple other socks, ironically enough, that I want to spend a little bit of time working on. Very simple socks, like my DK socks that I started. So yeah, I'm sure the next episode you'll see is hopefully where I have these bad boys done. All right, talk to you all later. Bye. Hello, welcome back. You made it to the end. You made it to the end. We are here at the end of the next video. I have a few things to share with you all. My last couple weeks have been wonderful. They've been really good. Lots of family time, lots of focusing on what's really important, all that great stuff. So thank you for coming back and waiting till the end. Few things to show, not a ton, but goes with the whole theme of these smaller videos. And so I'm wearing the Pagona by Stephen West. You've seen this before. It's one of my favorite throw-on shawls. I love it. So I have a finished object, well, 2 finished objects, a hoe, and a work in progress. So we'll start with the work in progress. This is the Vertices Unite by Stephen West, and I'm doing it as part of the Unite KAL that's being hosted by PJ Knits. And so I picked it up because I have a little bit of time in between rounds for Sock Madness, and so this is my current progress. This is all with Knit Picks Chroma. Sorry, it's hard to hold up. This is where we are at, and I'm currently on the 3rd section that I'm knitting right now. I'm loving how this is turning out. Just look at the different sections, how this all works up with one color of chroma. I love it. So we'll see where it goes. I'm at a pretty easy section, which is good. I can just turn on TV, pick it up. That's my Vertices Unite. I want to have it done by the Makers Meetup in July, because I'm going to that. So that's my goal, is to have that done, ready to rock. Yeah, so we'll see. Probably won't get a ton of time to work on it, because the other thing I'm doing is I'm participating in a round robin cross stitch. And so I got a few of them all at once, which is fine. But the timing works out so that my goal is going to be in between each round of Sock Madness. When I have free time, I'll start working on the cross stitch. And once I get one of those done, then I can pick up the Unite, Vertices Unite. So I did finish one of them, so I'm going to show it to you. So if you don't want to see this because you're participating, here's your clue to turn away. I'll verbally tell you when to come back. I love it. So there is the current one. I just grabbed one out of the stack of 3 that I have. And my color is, of course, the goldenrod color right here. And I love that motif. It's one I haven't done before. So yes, this is the most recent one I've finished. I will get that in the mail probably tomorrow. Okay, you can turn back if you looked away. I'll get that in the mail tomorrow. I have technically started the next one. I just started some of the framing, but then I needed a break from the cross stitch, so I picked up the Vertices Unite. So yeah, my goal is to get that next one done after round 1 of Sock Madness. And Sock Madness has officially kicked off. So give that update shortly. I also have an update. I have a hoe. This is one of my DK socks. I love these socks. I wear them basically as slippers around the house. I talked about getting this yarn in one of my earlier episodes. I can't remember offhand which one this is right now. But we'll see. I have it done. I have one more to go, but I don't know when, because you saw the other 2 priorities. So, but mostly what I've been working on is Sock Madness. So this is my first qualifying round sock. This was the conjoined twin socks where they were connected. I have lots of pictures. I'll post them. Some of my progress, some of the finished pictures. I'll put that all up there. But I did make the qualifying round. It is done. I have been placed on a team. So for those of you that remember, once you make it past the qualifying round in Sock Madness, which is knitting the sock in 2 weeks, you have to knit both of them. I have a second one. I just only had 2 sock blockers. So then you get placed on a team of differing sizes. And so the further down the alphabet you are, I think the more experienced knitters are further down the alphabet. So I am on Team L this year. And each year they have a different theme. And the theme this year is so cute. I'm pretty sure it's sea creatures is the theme. And our team is L, and we're Team Leaf Sheep. Leaf Sheep. It's pretty cool. It's an aquatic, I think, slug or an aquatic animal. There's a really cute AI-generated picture that I have as my profile picture on Ravelry. So if you want to check that out. I haven't looked into a lot of the leaf sheep yet. I always like to do a little bit of research. Somebody posted something in my team thread where I introduced myself. So yeah, I'm part of the team. It'll be great. We'll see. I'm waiting for the next pattern release. So now that they have teams out, the next thing they'll announce is they'll announce the yarn requirements next. And I don't know when, probably soon. And then after they announce the yarn requirements, within 48 hours, they'll drop the pattern. So, and then it's the first 45 people to finish the pattern, make it to round 2. And I think there's 51 people on my team, so 6 people won't make it. Yeah, so fingers crossed, we'll see. I'm still doing my knit along if you want to participate in the Are You Down with the Sockness? I will be drawing a winner during my next video, so feel free to post on that Ravelry group. Yep, and you can win a pattern of your choice. Yeah, so we will go from there, but I wanted to give folks an update, and now I'm going to go hit the gym with my cousin. So I'll let you know where I go and how the knitting and crafting goes. Have a great day, everyone. Bye!